25 RES Cougar here at Xlite RV of Coldwater, Michigan. If at any point you like what you've seen, you're kind of curious to know what she's running, or you're wanting to know about things like dry weight, which on this one, by the way, is 7,080 pounds, or length, tank capacities, any of that good stuff, we have that all published right on our site. It's one click away. Check down here says check for price and availability. One link and you're in business, basically. So, you know, this is the #1 selling family of fifth wheels on the market. Cougar's been #1 in its class for 15 straight years. It's been #1 period for the last 5. I had previously stated 3 years the last, you know, as #1 overall, mistakenly in previous videos. So I need to correct myself on that. Question is why? It's easier to get on top, harder to stay on top, because when you are on top, everybody wants to be on top, and everybody wants to be you know? Everybody wants to be like Mike. So, what is it that has made this such a successful recipe that is still obviously not perfectly replicated, because this continues to be dominant within its class? That's what I want to focus on, the little detail stuff where it's different. We've got the Cougar Max Turn nose cap, which is fancy pants talk for cutaway nose cap, almost V-nose-ish, to give you some extra turning radius on short beds. They also give you the little, they call it Cougar Vision, your little hitching mirror panel right there, so that you can, it's not actually glass, by the way, so it's not going to like shatter if something hits it, but so that you can see this thing a little bit better and get hitched up. Hey, hold on there, Bill. Yep. The auto one-touch leveling is something that we've upgraded on these to make life a lot simpler and easier for everybody. This is going to be right on the edge of that, you know, that, well, I don't know, it should be modern half tons. It should fall within that half-ton towing capacity. Just every trucks vary so much, and to say half-ton towable is such a general phrase that it's just too generic out there. So if you've got, you know, whatever your truck is, half-ton ish, give us a call. We want to make sure that you're going to get the right one. You know, you're going to get the right coach for your truck, and you're not going to be over towing. Little detail stuff other brands overlook. You know, best way I can describe it is like if you take a piece of paper and run it through a copy machine, you're going to see fine details missed. Like the fact that this has, there we go. This has a double bulb seal, and I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's actually a C-channel drip rail that'll channel water away from the slide out if water does happen to somehow magically get in there, which is tricky because this has a steel gripping slide wall to help pull those seals tight. And then we have a drip rail trim system down here. Most brands don't have that. It's nothing that's easy to see, just like on a video here, but when you come see an RV in person, put your fingers along the bottom edge of that trim line like I just did right there, and what you're gonna see is a lot of them. Sorry about that, bumped the power button on the camera. I've developed a bad habit of that. The camera I have here, my finger wants to sit right next to the power button. Long story short, there's fine details that get missed by the copycat brands, and that is why we just don't see Keystone, specifically Cougar, structure and or leak problems. They just aren't occurring. You know, full walk-on roof with their stamped steel roof rafters, which is a really cool system. Stamped steel is lighter and stronger than aluminum, and you can get better insulative qualities out of it just due to the shape of the I-beam. You can stuff insulation in it better. Outside kitchen in a rear living couples camper. That is a cool combination of features you do not usually find on the market. And the way that they have this entertainment system set up, it makes room for this here without really losing anything from the inside. You still have great storage, you still have great space, all kinds of stuff. By the way, all LED lights. We have LED tails, LED markers, LED lights inside as well. Everything's LED with these handy little wing out countertops right here, so that you actually do have good, you know, a place to set like, you know, your platter when you're done cooking on your little cooktop over there. If we look down here, you also see the MotorRide CRE 3000 suspension system, which is something you usually see on much higher dollar fifth wheels. But what they found is, what that does is it gives us a smoother riding experience, and overall what that'll give you is a better longevity on your coach, because it's absorbing a lot of those shocks and jolts on the chassis, as well as provide a better towing experience. The combination of two factors there kind of adds up. What they found is there's the Cougar, then there's the Xlite. This is the little brother Xlite, the lighter weight series. These tend to be vacationers. These are goers. These are towers. Whereas the big Cougar tend to be a little more park use. So they put the good traveling suspension on there. You see the better suspension on big Cougar as well, because at that product segment, they have more dollars to spend on nice things. Usually in the small fifth wheel segments like this, you don't see that. Now, I'm at a really weird point with all these big windows right here and all the light cascading in. It's kind of playing havoc with the camera a little bit, so I'm going to have to try to keep it pointed down a touch. But this is the Vineyard Decor, and this is a popular new floor plan, but it's already kind of phasing out some of the other floor plans. What this has really done is there is a slightly larger rear living floor plan that has the two chairs against the back wall. Totally traditional, normal, everyday floor plan. Well, by getting rid of those two chairs and going with almost a corner, a classic corner entertainment center here, this is a very cool hybrid combination of old and new concepts right here. What they've done is they've created a shorter, lighter, lower dollar fifth wheel that frankly has a more enjoyable place to sit. You're going to sit right here in this sofa, and you see that TV obviously swings out and faces anywhere you want it to. It has a more natural, straight-on organic, almost like theater seat experience going on in here that the traditional two chairs back here with TV all the way across Timbuktu can't offer. Now, if somebody comes in or out of the camper, they don't interfere with this floor plan. That's what's kind of cool. Somebody can be in the kitchen. Somebody can be watching TV. People can come and go in the camper without interfering with everything, and that's a defect that the common rear living floor plans have. You don't find here. And again, that outside kitchen would normally take away from storage. Tell me where you think you're lacking on storage down here with these huge cabinets, bonus overhead cabinets here, and even bonus storage behind the TV stand. This has a load of storage space and tons of countertop area that a normal rear living room just does not have. It's a very cool thing. I also like how we have charging heaven back here, charge station heaven, with double household and USB outlets all in one spot. So it doesn't matter what you have to charge up, you're good in this thing. Like all Cougars, we've got an 8 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, that nice stainless appliance bundle to give the kitchen a nice breakup in color contrast. And they've done a good job here with this L-shaped countertop. They gave you a good prep space in an otherwise small kitchen by jutting the countertop out here. They also made the sink very easy to get to because you don't have overhead cabinets in your way. A lot of brands, they'll suffer from that. You'll have the sink over here, and if you try to do the dishes, you got a cabinet in your face that causes you to arch backwards and gives you kind of like back cramps. And to give you extra good space, they shelved it wherever possible to give you, double the storage. Solid surface counters are standard in all Cougars, travel trailer, fifth wheel, etc. Stainless undermounted sink with a basically foolproof flush-mounted resin top here. If I'm a little more distracted than normal, it's because I'm a little medicated right now. You may have noticed my voice is a little bit more nasally than normal for you returning viewers and subscribers. It's getting to be Michigan cold season, and unfortunately it got me early this year. I'm out here shooting these videos every day and sucking up all that cold, moist air, and it's catching on fast. Now there's easy access to the storage below the dinette down here, and you can move this table around freely. It's the Keystone Do More dinette. Table is lightweight, freestanding. When you're in transit, you fold the table down onto the bunkhouse runners, and there's lips there so that it doesn't bounce around. It's not going to go anywhere. So that can fold down into a bonus sleeper. This can fold down into a very nice double bonus sleeper right here. So even if it is just a couple's coach, like say Grandpa and Grandma might have a grandkid now and then, knock it out. They're going to have a sweet bed on Boardwalk and Park Place with snacks within reach. Frankly, This is the best bed in the house. Moving upstairs. Little remote control, by the way, so that all of your automatic leveling, your slide outs, your awning, all that can be operated right from here. You obviously have your normal master control center. The idea is not to leave this here to use it, but you can keep it in your pocket and take it with you. What I do like about this right here, actually, a good example is if I have this remote control with me, and I want to run in my bedroom closet slide out, I can stand here and I can run that thing in and make sure that no doors and drawers are going to be crushed. I can't do that from the control panel. I can't see this slide directly from the control panel. Let's talk about the bedroom while we're up here. We already talked about the big storage slide out over here. This is going to give you all that closet and extra dresser space you want for those longer extended trips, or even just a long weekend, you know. You stand up there for your CPAP machine. This is a true queen, 60 by 80 real queen bed. And now something I do like is how they let you stand at the base of the bed right here, so that tall guys like me, we can stand up and get dressed in this bedroom. It's enough. It's just enough. Now, you do have the step up next to the bed, but if you didn't have that, then you wouldn't have that good outside storage that we already looked at. You have to have one to get the other. By the time you're up here, you're probably crawling into bed anyway, so it's just sort of not a big deal. I forgot to mention, we do just have one switch lighting even up here in the bedroom. And on the back side of the shower, they had an extra open storage area that they utilized very well, so you actually get some great storage, and that's like the perfect little laundry hamper down in there. Moving over here into the master bath, you see that we've got, in a small series of fifth wheel, we have a big, serious shower. So you actually have some really good space to get, you know, cleaned and bathed in here. Good linen space next to the shower over there. Porcelain foot flush stool. Not an uncommon feature, so I'm not going to burn a bunch of time on that. And a nice big sink that mom and dad can actually get their hands in instead of the little pretend baby bunkhouse sink just for kids. You know, it's a lot of little stuff, guys. There's no one glaring overall feature. Like, for instance, let me put this back. I gotta get my hands free. If you start looking around detail stuff like this, I noticed that even without the jacks down, the doors in our Keystones, all of them seem to work really well. It's because they fully frame their doors in. These are extra thick 3-inch structural frame doors. The whole darn thing, you can just yank on it, and it's not going anywhere because it's all framed in place. RVs aren't usually built like that. That's the reason I'm pointing this out. You take that for granted, because in our head we're like, oh, it's a tiny house, but it's not a house. It's like a house. It's like a car, but it's not actually either of those things. It's something in between, and it's very unique in its application and its build and its needs. And this has addressed some of those shortcomings that so many manufacturers in this business suffer from. So, give us a call, learn more. 800-256-5196, Xlite RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.